In a quiet, tranquil village, there lived an old woman known to all by her kindness, wisdom, and firm smile. Whatever the season, whatever the issues that faced her, she radiated cheerfulness. Villagers would call on her door, seeking advice, comfort, or simply to share their troubles. One day, a curious young man at last asked the question that was on everyone's lips. Why is it that you're always so blissfully cheerful? Never, ever sad when life gets dark. The old woman's eyes softened a little. Taking a deep breath in, she spoke. Dear, life will always go up and down, bright days here and there, but others weighed down with clouds. But I learned long ago, happiness is something you cultivate in yourself, not something the world gives you. The young man furrowed his brow. But how can you be happy when bad things happen? She began to tell him a part of her story. When I was growing up, I had my children, a husband. We didn't have much, but we had enough, and our house was filled with laughter. One day, my husband got sick. We couldn't possibly pay for the drugs he required, and I lost him. It was the worst day of my life. I cried until I believed that my heart would stop beating. She sat back, her gaze drifting to the window, but time passed, and I realized no matter how much sorrow could bring him back, my children still depended on me. If I let loss consume me, I would lose more than my husband. I would lose myself. So I made a choice. I would survive, and I would find reasons, even small ones, to be happy once more. The young man slouched forward. But how? How do you choose happiness when the world appears so heavy? The old woman smiled. Each morning, I wake and I tell myself, today is a new day. I'm going to find one thing to be thankful for. Maybe it's the sun in my face. Maybe it's looking at a flower in bloom. Maybe it's just that I am alive. Even when I'm at my worst, there is that one little light, and I hold on to it. And what if something absolutely terrible happens? The young man asked. Then I remind myself, this too will pass. Pain recedes, seasons change, and life goes on. I endeavor to focus on what I still have. My health, my friends, my breath, not what I've lost. Happiness is a choice, and I choose it again every day. The young man left her house that day with a newfound resolve. He began to search for one good thing in every situation, however small. As time went on, his world seemed brighter. Even when the days were difficult, he used the old woman's adage as a lantern to illuminate darkness. Her secret was spread through the village. Each person, separately, came to realize happiness isn't things or flawless days, it's the way you perceive the world. And so, the little village grew warmer, kinder, and happier, all because one wise old lady chose joy over despondency. Happiness is not about what you have or what happens to you, but about how you see life. They learned to be happy every situation, just like the wise old lady. And so the village became a happiest place, thanks to old lady who taught them all the secrets of true happiness. Happiness is choice from that come from within. No matter how difficult life may get, we can find joy in the small things and choose to focus on the good. Life's challenges will pass, but a positive attitude helps us remain strong and content.